I think way back, both of my folks, and I you know how you can say, oh, it was a teacher or an uncle or aunt. It was really my folks, I think, who just by demonstrating in their own ways, and probably if you would had to ask them, they probably wouldn't have said they were very creative, but what I remember is always around me, they were doing things with their hands, they were exploring the what-ifs, if you will, of being creative. You know, my dad built stereos from the time he called them crystal radios when he was a little boy, but he told us stories about how he built, you know, sent for the Sears Roebuck catalog, tiny little crystal radio, so he built radios, and then all the way up to stereos and cassettes, and I think 8-tracks. You know, he was always building speakers and things like that around the place. And then my mother was, you know, cooking from scratch, you know, always showing us how to make something from zero, and sewing, and we learned how to crochet at a young age and sew and that kind of thing. And then she did paint by numbers, which today, you know, people kind of have maybe a reaction to paint by numbers, but we watched her do the tiny detail, you know, getting number 6 olive green and putting it in all those little places right across the whole canvas. So those kinds of things inspired me, and what we obviously had around us was blank sheets of paper, because we were always drawing, and you know, paper dolls from scratch was my big thing back in, you know, 7, 8, 9-year-old time frame. I was also a Brownie and a Girl Scout, and I had badges for drawing and badges for painting and gardening. I loved flowers and that kind of thing. My parents were gardener types too, so I had it all. It was always around us to do those kinds of things. And then when I was 13, they bought me an oil paint set, and I think that was the validation, as you hear artists talk about, the validation that I must be, you know, doing something cool. And so I had my first oil paint set, and that's pretty neat. At that age, if you're thinking about, you know, linseed oil and turpentine at 13, you know, mixing paints and stuff. So that's what got me going. And then I had validation at school, or I guess reinforcement. I guess that's what it was, encouragement and reinforcement, because they asked me, I think it was 6th grade, to do the mural in our brand new school in Baltimore. They had this big, you know, big white wall in the cafeteria, and they wanted somebody to design the mural for that. And I got taken, you know, asked out of class to do that, and that was pretty, you know, it was a pretty big deal.